Good afternoon, everyone. This is Surya Congress. I'll be talking about droning on or spicing up. But before that, I would like to thank the organizers for naming a conference after my name. And it's a bit much, but I take it. And let's see, I'm blanking out now. So being at Congress, at Geo-Congress, feels right. And I promise you there will be more consensus in my talk than there is in the Congress or in DC. But before I move into heavy math, let me give you a sneak peek into my social life as an engineer. So when I talk to people that I do flight operations during weekends, they get very excited. They think I'm Maverick from Top Gun, but yes, I'm a drone pilot. And most people think it involves taking pretty pictures. And some even say, oh yeah, this is a great shot, Dr. Congress. You can put it in the report and head home. But I feel this is bland data. It doesn't give me an idea about the condition of the structure. And as you can see, we have a problem in geotechnical engineering, where on the left, a food menu is basically like a flight mission that is very well planned to collect the data on this right, which is plain rice, which is unseasoned data. Remember, just data alone will not give you insights. So we need to use advanced models to process them. So let me tell you, being an Indian, I take my spices very seriously. So I am okay with, I want my meal to have flavor. So how do we add flavor? You can see here on the left is a pretty model. Even though it's not an image, it's a 3D model built using multiple images. That is how we get a high quality rice, I would say. But still, it's unseasoned. So on the right is how we are seasoning it using, or spicing it up, using zero-shot image segmentation. Think of it as a master chef entering the kitchen that they haven't been before and starting to cook immediately. So this AI doesn't require a rigid recipe. So it actually detects the flavor of structural distress automatically, and it does in a fraction of amount taken by traditional deep neural network models. So as you can see on the left, someone is holding on to their dear life, even though they are fully secure. And this is a bridge that we inspected in remote Alaska. And on the right is where we processed the data and brought it into mixed reality, basically at my desk. And one requires harness and high altitude praying. The other one requires headset and a coffee cup. So let's see. And then you can see the 3D model, right? So basically, we build these 3D models because traditionally sensors are placed on bridges, but it's not economically feasible to place sensors everywhere. So that is why what we do is we integrate the sensor data along with these millions of points from these 3D models to create what you see here is an FEM model, I would call a full meal, where we are using all this data to fine-tune it to represent a field condition. So now we have a digital twin. So it's not pretty model anymore. It's a digital twin which can help us identify the conditions and also predict how these structures will behave in the future under various situations. And if you see, this is how I would like to end my meal, with a perfect flavorful rice. And looks like my AI models took it very literally, and they are predicting what I want to eat for my lunch. Then, there is dessert too. Again, if this is how it looks, machines taking over, I don't mind, happening in the near future. But let me tell you, in all seriousness, whether it is a bridge model or a meal with friends and family, the goal is same. We want to have, we want to turn raw ingredients into something meaningful that brings people together. So what I would say is, stop droning on with bland data and make something or give something meaningful or excellence that our infrastructure deserves. Thank you.